out of the building. The first one is an audio-visual presentation from John Purdie. Welcome, John.
Thank you. Shall I fire ahead?
Yes, please.
Yes, thank you. So I'll just get the first slide up. So my name's John Purdie, and I've lived in Hallsville for over 30 years, and today I'm talking about the serious problem we have at Sutherlands Road. When I say Sutherlands Road, I'm talking about Sparks Road, the big sweeping bend in the intersection crossing at an awkward angle of Milnes Road and Sutherlands Road. Next. So you can see, oh sorry, no, back one, so there was a delay there. You can see in that previous slide basically that the developments have encroached on the intersection, seriously limiting our ability to put a solution in that's going to work. And those developments have not addressed the safety and the footpaths. And shown in red here are the areas where there's no footpaths at all. They haven't addressed those concerns. Next. So the problem, as you can see, has been exacerbated. So the yellow arrows are basically the city coming to enjoy the recreation highway that is Sutherlands Road. It's the gateway to the hills, to the quarry, to Old Taitat Road, etc., Cashmere Road. And you can see from all the development in purple, the new subdivisions, that they're using Sutherlands Road as their exits and their busy lives along Sparks Road, Milnes Road, etc. And the new recreation reserve off to the right, amazing new facility that's going to create extra demand. Plus we've got all the developers, contractors, trucks, etc. that are using Sutherlands Road. It's really busy. Next. Next. Sorry, is someone doing the slides?
Yeah, sorry.
So this is Sutherlands Road here. Okay, looks pretty innocent there. Big sweeping bend. So this is the intersection I'm concerned. Big sweeping bend in Sparks Road. You've got Sutherlands Road to the left, Milnes Road to the right, and you can see there's quite a big sweeping bend on Milnes Road. So we're going to cross the road from the middle berm across to Sutherlands Road. Next. Okay, it looks pretty open here to the north in this nice bright day, and we're standing in the middle of the road. Next. But this is the reality. When you're standing on that berm, you've got 4 seconds before those cars reach you from the moment you see them. When you step out, you've got 1 second to either commit to crossing or going back again. Don't forget you've got cars leaving Sutherlands Road on your left, and they're fighting for the same gaps that you're trying to get into. Next. And so this is the view, the real view to the north. You can see it's quite a bit more limited than it first appeared. And you can see how a cyclist could get lost in that backdrop, really easy. Next. So crossing from Sutherlands across to Milnes, you can see with the traffic here, there's a lot going on. It's quite complex, hard enough as an adult, impossible really as a child. You can see bins in the cycle lane, creating a hazard there. And that blue car, that could be, an elderly resident from the new retirement village in Milnes Road, and having to navigate this complex situation. We're setting them up to fail, basically. When you cross the road, next. When you cross the road in your mobility scooter, this is what you're faced with in the berm. That obviously needs fixing. Next. And so when you're sitting out in the middle of the road, you're a bit of a sitting duck. Next. And just some trucks, the sign of the trucks making hasty turns into Sutherlands. Next. So we're basically landlocked. We're stuck in our own little domains, and these red lines are where the footpaths are missing. The green line there is our only safe access way through to the domain, the library, the swimming pool, the shops, etc. So next. So this is the cyclist cycleway stops, 200 metres short of Sutherlands. Cyclists just ride straight onto the main road and push cars across the yellow lines in the middle. It's incredibly dangerous. And the majority of cyclists aren't going through, you know, it's good for residents crossing the road and going through to the domain, but the majority of cyclists want to go south to the hills. Next. Sutherlands to Hallsville Junction Road, you can see a well-worn trail here. You've got cars coming off a big sweeping bend on a wet road. You've got the eyesore of the drain on the left. You know, this all needs to be pathed and extended, you know, through to Hallsville Junction Road for safe access. Next. Cycle lanes disappearing. Next. This is a really important thoroughfare from the intersection through to 6 Silvers on Milnes Road. Notice all the mud and dirt. Basically, you've got a dog on a lead or a pram or, you know, a mobility scooter, you're on the road trying to avoid those. And if you look in the garden, next. Yeah, so it's just a dumping ground. So let's get rid of those berms and put a footpath through there for safe access. And here's an example of those big oak trees. They need to come down. They're just dropping acorns and leaf litter and mould everywhere. You can see the new houses built, you know, across the road in Sutherlands there. Next. And here's an example. You know, we really need to make some decisions here. This footpath's only 3 months old. And you know, it's just stopped short of the intersection because no one really knows what to do here. So and it's just messy and ugly. Next. So yeah, options: reduce the speed limit from 60 k's to 50 k's, put traffic lights and pedestrian crossing in at the main intersection and realign the 2 roads to be straight again. Put a footpath in from the intersection through to 6 Silvers. Extend the cycleway for the 200 or 300 metres through to Sutherlands Road, and then from there through to Hallsville Junction Road, and get rid of the big trees and prune back everything, and eventually pave a footpath along Sutherlands Road to give people access there. Next. So yeah, how there hasn't been an accident, it's basically a fatality. It's basically luck. COVID's bought us a bit of time with lockdowns and less traffic on the road, and building, you know, slowed down. But yeah, it's basically a pressure you know, dam waiting to burst, and we're going to have some serious problems if we don't address it soon. Yeah, that's basically my my presentation. So thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. And it's an amazing facility there. We've got an incredible sense of community, yeah, just thank you for everything.
Look, John, thank you so much for your submission. I can just see the amount of effort that you've gone to. It's a very powerful presentation. Kind of lost me at get rid of the oak trees, but you've given us some work to do. I think that safety assessment around that intersection is quite critical, and you've gone a step further because you've actually come up with some ideas. Can you leave that with us, John, as part of this annual plan process? We'll see where we can consider this in the context of where it fits in terms of the long-term planning process. But thank you so much for your presentation.
Excellent photos. Awesome. No, thank you for the opportunity to speak. I really appreciate it.
No, brilliant photos, the whole lot. Very, very graphic. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
The next one is Greg Partridge. Is Greg here?